Hey guys, let's paint something new today. Let's see if I can move this camera a little bit. Yeah, that's a better view, I think. Hey boss. How goes it, man? That was not quite dry yet. That's okay, we'll switch. We'll just get another canvas. Where is that art? No, that's not it. Where's that art tutorial? There it is. Hey Bruce. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Oh. Let me lay this to the side. Just waiting to see if you can hear me okay. Okay. All right. In that case, we'll get to work. Oh, let's see. So I think we'll add a little bit of medium to this, but we'll probably rub a lot of it off as we go. Yep, we got both Bruces today. Oh look, I found my two missing knives. All right. So let's get some liquid white ready here. There's a lot of different kinds of liquid whites on the market. Just use whatever suits you. They're all pretty darn good. Find one that you like and just use it. Oh, hey, you know what? Hang on a second. I'll be right back. I forgot to bring something. I'm coming. All right. So, I was out at the store today, and I found this paintbrush. They sell these at the hardware store for $4. 1 inch natural bristle paintbrush. So, one of these came from one of the online artist things, and one of these came from the hardware store for $4. So let's see how that. I want to try it out today, see how it works. So let's give it a shakedown. I'm going to start off with some liquid white on here, but as I say, we'll probably take a bunch of this off as we go. Do a little landscape scene, bigger than I expected when I had an 11 by 14 up here. This is 16 by 20. Just an economy canvas. It's got 2 coats of gesso on it. coats of white gesso. We threw together a little bit of a outer space painting last time. What was that, Monday? This time I think we'll just do something a little more earthbound. Let's scrub this in. We'll rough this brush up as much as I do the other brushes and see if it falls apart or it stands up. I can tell you, it's not quite as stiff as brushes I'm used to. At least not as much as my favorite brushes. That other brush I was holding up definitely is my favorite brush. I use that 1-inch brush from that person quite often. But a lot. I don't use a 2-inch brush very much. But alright, so let's just kind of smooth that out. And then we'll check it. So we'll use the fingerprint check. Can you guys see okay? I see like part of the canvas you can't see. Alright, let's try that. So we'll just kind of do the fingernail test. Looks pretty good. It's a little much. Spread out a little bit more. Alright, and we'll just scrub off whatever part we don't like as we go. So we didn't have much landscape in the last painting. It was just like a bunch of, unless you count asteroids as landscape. But this time I'm going to kind of paint something that's really kind of soft. Kind of soft and set back. So I've been studying on a bit of a sort of a paint it in and wipe it off kind of a technique to create some, rather than blending much, rather than doing a lot of blending. So let's just put that technique to work. So today we'll put some mountains in. We're going to use a filbert brush to do it. We're going to use a filbert brush for most of the things we do today, I imagine. I like the filbert. I've been using it quite a bit lately. I have a couple different ones. So let's start off and just, I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's put some sky in. So let's just use a little bit of, tell you what, I got some Payne's Gray over here on the side, mixed up for a mountain color. Let's just take that and mix a little bit of this cobalt blue with it as a starter. I don't know if that's blue enough for me. Alright, we'll find out. We'll figure it out as we go. Makes a light color. Yeah, that looks kind of okay. I don't really want like a super bright blue sky today. So how are you guys doing? It's 60 degrees here today. It's awesome. I should be outside working in the garden instead of in here. We're just gonna kind of mush this in here. All right. A balmy 12. Woo! You need to come south for the winter, Anthony. We're not all that far south, but it's better than 12. My mom's down in Destin right now. It's like 76 down there today. She's coming home on the 5th. She's like, is it warmed up yet? Well, yeah, but it ain't sure ain't no 76. All right, so let's just blend this a little bit. Let's just blend this a little bit. Just to get the sky part blended. Being really loose with this brush. Okay, let's take some, oh, you know what? I didn't put any titanium white out on the palette. Hang on a second. So we're not, you know, one of the things that people struggle with are clouds. Yet clouds are super pretty super easy to do. Let me just give you an example of how easy. Now I'm going to use this filbert. So I'm going to use a, I don't know, number 4 filbert. So take some titanium white. A little bit more than that. And we'll just kind of scrub some in. Be all free with this. Alright. Now, clean that filbert up. And we'll take a paper towel. Well, you know what? I think I'll use one of these shop towels. I just introduced you to these last episode. So shop towels my dad left me. So we'll see how this works. I want to try this out. Nice quiet little sky. Let's see how that does. Now I'm going to blend it. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think maybe though. There we go. Kind of like that. Alright, that's as loose as you can get and drop it on the floor. Hopefully that's done for now for this episode. I try to only drop a brush, at least drop it once each episode. Alright. We got a nice little sky in there to mess around with today. That's going to work out pretty good, I think. Alright, so I want to create some distant mountains, and I want to do it with a filbert rather than a knife. Well, the chair's always going to squeak. It's just my art chair. It's got paint all over it. It served me for years. Just turn your sound down and watch. Okay, so let's go. Let's pick up some. I want a little bit more blue in that color. Let's just kind of. Alright, maybe another little short one like right here. And let's put something a little bit lighter. Push it off way back here in the background. Bring it up to a little bit lighter color. All right. Let's just put a little bit. I'll tell you what. Let's make this color. Put a little bit of Payne's Gray into this. Tell you what, before we do that, I like the way that's coming together, but let's take some of that color and let's just kind of mush it down in here. Yeah, no, that looks a little better. All right. What we're doing, we're just taking some of that, pulling that paint off. So the next layer of paint will grab a little better. It's the same technique we follow when we pull down a knife, but just doing it with a brush. Just doing it with a brush. We'll clean up any issues we have as we go. Alright, just cleaning the brush out. If anybody's got a heat wave, please send it our way. Alright, now let's go back to this lighter color. I don't want a lot of this color. I don't. Put a little bit of a more color on the back here in a minute. I'll add some more shadows in a second as too. Let's kind of get the slope layout how we want it. Oh, let's see. Let me fold my towel up here. If you guys have any questions, just throw them up here. Hello, Carla. You'll trade me? Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, let's get mix up some color here. Let's get some sap green. Sap or Viridian, I don't know. Let's take there it is. Let's take some sap green. Hey, Billy. How are you doing, buddy? Take some sap green with a little bit of burnt umber. Kind of mix that off to the side here. Hang on a second. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so let's switch to a fan brush. Just checking the color. See if I like that color. So we got this mixed with a little bit of that Payne's Gray that we started off with. Put some trees off in the distance there. All right, let's add a little bit more burnt umber to that. Maybe some of this darker Payne's Gray. I'll tell you what, before we do that though, let's just tap that out just a little bit. A little hint of a grass back there, but I think we're going to probably paint over that. Well, before all is said and done, all right. Maybe a touch of Prussian blue. Let me throw a little bit of Prussian blue in that, see what we get out of that. I have 18 tubes of phthalo blue. Where's my Prussian blue? Here it is. We're just going to continue with the same color, but we're going to mix it up a little bit more. And then let's start to put some more trees in here. These trees are quite off in the distance. So we're just scrubbing with the fan brush, making sure that things are not staying. I could probably put that darker color in the front layer, but that's okay. It's almost got a turquoise color to it. All right, so let's. Oh no, Tom! If you get those little bubbles, those little things like that, it just means you didn't stir enough. The plaster is not completely stirred. That's what causes that. You just need to stir it some more. Probably the number one issue that you have making your own gesso is making sure you stir it enough. Calm down there. Calm down there. All right, so this time let's add a little bit of that. A little more burnt umber, a little more blue, a little green, maybe a touch of this black, and it's a little touch of gray. Let's mix that up. Let's see how that looks. Let's just kind of, tell you what, let's just kind of. Now that looks a little goofy right now, but we'll fix it in a minute. We're just rubbing some, just want to create a stain in the canvas here. And we'll put some trees and stuff in there. Trees and whatnot, other whatnots. Maybe something right there. All right, let's clean the brush. The blender work good, but don't. Yeah. Don't forget to hold the cover down. That's really good advice. I use a whisk, a wire whisk, just like you use in the kitchen. Works really good for me. All right, I'm just going to clean up a couple brushes here before we smooth down the line a little bit more. just stick with the filbert. We'll tap some stuff in here with the filbert brush. I'll try a little bit of this color. Let me see what this color looks like. I bought this color the other day to see what if it might interest me. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know, tell you what, rather than add medium to the highlight, let's just take this and scrub this. Push that stain into the canvas, but bring the extra paint off with it. Then we'll define the bushes with the highlight. See, we need the stain on the canvas, but we don't need all the rest of that stuff that goes on there. All right, now let's see if. I'll tell you what. Before we do that, let's take and let's just scratch a few branches in here. Just add a little interest there. All right. We'll actually add 2 highlights to this. So we're using like a color called Venetian Red, made by Georgian Colors. Picking up a little color there. Here we go. I'm just tapping that color in. So I want to put a couple of big trees over here. So this will kind of give me a little bit of, set the tone a little bit about the season. All right, let's add some. Hey, Rosalie. Oh no, you did not use the kitchen blender. I thought you meant like you went out and you bought like a used blender. Well, if she asks you who told you to do that, just tell her Anthony told you. Again, I'm picking up color. This paint's kind of getting thick there on the edge. Trying not to add any medium if I can help it, but I may not be able to help it before it's over. I'm sure by the time we get to the end, we'll have to add some, but that's okay. All right. He did the kitchen. Oh man. I can't help you with an irate wife, man. All right, let's start putting some background in here. Let's get some, I had kind of a new color green. Yeah. This is actually not green, it says, but it's called phthalo yellow green. So let's tell you what. Let's start off with some cad yellow. So I went back to the filbert. Let's just kind of start. So I saw this technique the other day. I thought that's kind of interesting. So we don't have any medium on this part down here. a little more abstract than what I usually paint, but it'll do for now. All right. Now we're just going to take that and we're going to kind of pull it up. And then move to the front row and do the same thing. I'd say on the green part, I didn't quite get enough paint down on the ground. Yeah, so let's do some more. Let's take some of that and mix it with some sap green. Mix these two together. And we'll just give it some variation here. If we're going to do that pull up, we got to kind of add some extra paint onto the canvas. We're going to have to clean some of it back off before all is said and done, but that's okay. Keep your brush kind of loose here. Well, that was kind of cool, man. It's always interesting to see the things that people can come up with. Anthony does his shampoo thing. That's pretty amazing to me. All right, let's see. Put a couple of rocks and stones or something up here in a minute. I'm putting this on with a 1-inch brush, this little finer grass here. This is mostly to me just testing new techniques that I've seen that I thought, oh, that might be. So chances are they're not going on too perfect, but you know, we can figure it out. There we go. That looks okay. And add a little foreground there. All right, before we get too far along, let's take and no. Let's just take and put. I guess I should probably pull it up this way. Oh, yeah, there's no medium there. Okay, that's okay. I'll pull it up anyway. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Let's just pull that across. Bye, Cheryl. Thanks for coming in. All right, so let's go back to this color for a minute. Maybe, wait. Put some branches up here, some grasses. And pull that blue on over a little bit more too. That's just a different brush though. Let's see. I'm going to blend that in right there. We'll put some water lines in there in a minute. Alright, let's just add. There we go. Just add some titanium white in here. Give the water some flow, a little bit of flow. There we go. Alright. Break up that blue. Break up that blue. Alright. Mountains are fun. We're gonna go back. I'll show y'all something here on these mountains here in a little bit. I haven't looking over at it. I think I've got something else I want to do with those, but we'll do that in a minute. All right, let's pick this color back up. Alright, now we can play some more. Got some colors filled in here. Got it blocked in. We can do what we want to do with it. So let's see. How do we want to go about this now? Let's take some of this. Hang on a second. Squeeze this tube out. Almost got another. I've been getting open lots of tubes of paint here. That's pretty good. That's pretty fun. My big old Bob Ross tubes are almost empty. Most of them. All right. So let's just. Let's put one tree back here. Maybe another one. Let's put a little one right here. About like that. Mountains are fun. They are lots of fun. All right, let's just kind of make it about this tall. I wish that was a little more wiggly. That's okay. We'll make it more wiggly with its bigger branches. There we go. All right. Switch to a liner, script liner and some liquid clear. You don't need a lot of branches on these two guys right here, but we do need a couple. Widen this tree a little bit. Now, if your hand's a little wiggly, like mine, that's good when you're painting trees because it allows you to get the branches kind of laid in there pretty nice and not straight. We're going to put some leaves on these trees in a minute. Widen that branch a little bit. There we go. Now's a really good time to be out and snapping some pictures of trees and stuff too. You can, because the branches, I mean, the leaves are all off the trees, and you can really see the structure of the branches. And although they go every which way, it's pretty hard to mess up a tree because there's somewhere in the world there's probably a tree just like you're drawing. Probably a tree just like you draw. Nature grows them every darn way, every kind of way you can think of. We'll highlight that some more in a minute. Now, if you're painting dead trees, you want to make sure that you don't let your brush get too dry when you're drawing the trees, because there's no leaves to cover up the branches, so you know, makes it a little. Putting in dead trees like we did with dead outside of Durango takes a little more time. It takes a little more time to put those in, but you know, just decide that's what the goal is before you start. All right, let's highlight those a little bit. I haven't decided how I want to do that yet. Let's try some dark sienna and a little bit of white, and just kind of do this with a brush. I could probably do this with a 1-inch brush, but we're not. So you don't want to cover up all the dark when you're highlighting, because dark's your friend. That's what's going to show this off. Show off the light. There you go. Leave the side of the tree just a little bit darker. And then right here on the edge. All right, these guys. Not quite so hard to highlight. All I did was roll the script liner over to the other side. All right, let's put some leaves in. And we will do that. Where's my little oval brush? We're going to use an oval brush to do that. This is what one looks like. And we will going to need some more sap green to do that. Not a lot, but a little. Get some sap green, a little bit of burnt umber together. And we'll just kind of tap that in there. The oval brush is really nice. It's got a nice shape to it for putting in tree stuff. Now, just because you have branches in a certain place doesn't mean you can't put leaves, because the branches might be invisible. So just tap them in there. Just tap them wherever you want leaves to go. Trees move around and adapt their color, so. All right. Now, let's see. I wonder if we can come straight up with this. I doubt it, but let's see. Maybe. All right, so we got a couple of colors here. Let's get, mix these colors up a little bit as we're putting them on. So let's get some of this cad yellow. I'll put some of that in here. I'm just barely tapping this stuff on. Just enough to barely put the canvas. All right. We're going to take a little bit of that and a little bit of this cad orange that we used earlier. Tap a little bit of that in there as well. So we're about 6 layers of paint thick here. I use all kinds of different brushes, Billy. I've got some of Brandon's brushes. I've got some Kevin Hill brushes. I've got some Bob Ross brushes. I got some Jenkins brushes. And I got some, just got them at the hardware store buying kind of brushes. So, you know, just find something that you like the way that it feels and the way that it does, and try it out and learn to use it well, and you'll be fine. All right, let's do a few more things now. Let's do some detail stuff. Get the paint off my hands. Best thing to use to get paint off, paint off your hands by far is baby wipes. So that is a no, that is it's an oval brush. It's shaped like that. Do I have a round brush laying over here? Yeah. Versus a round brush. They can do pretty much the same thing if you learn how to use both of them, but just whatever one you happen to like best. There's nothing you can't do with one brush you probably can't do with another. All right, first of all, let's put a little bit of leafy structure around. Let's get a bunch of, let's put some grass. Let's use some of this Viridian color. Let's see how that might look. Yeah, kind of like that, okay. So this color is called Viridian. It's not one you hear about very much. Georgian Paints makes it. Just put around these tree trunks a little bit. And actually, I tell you what, let's kind of take this, kind of run it right along here like this for a minute. I'll do some more with that in a minute. I'm going to go back to my script liner for a second. And using some liquid clear. Back here in the background, I'm just going to kind of put some fence posts. Off in the distance. I don't want these to be standing out too much, just coming along here. And they're going to be sort of suggestive of something else we're going to put here in a second. Ran out of paint. Let's try it a little bit more. There we go. I really didn't need to clean that brush, but I already did now, so let's just kind of... We'll highlight these. We'll highlight these next. Liquid clear. Liquid clear, Bruce. Liquid clear. I make my own liquid clear. I don't need this fence post to be straight because it's kind of like a split rail post. Liquid clear is 3 parts linseed oil, 1 part mineral spirits. And these little old crooked country fences. All right. I'll go back and highlight this in just a second. No, you told me, Billy. You told me, though. This might look a little bright, but it's not really. Okay. I want to put in a couple of rocks before we start into the finish work, final finish work. So let me go back to Filbert. This time I want a tiny one, if I can find one. Here's another one. Yeah, they're both the same size, I think. All right, let's put a few rocks in here. I think we'll put a couple of different colored rocks here and there. We'll put some. We'll put one out here. That didn't work, did it? Come on. put some of these in here. That'll do. All right, let's put some water lines in, and then we'll decide if there's anything else we want to do here. So at last we'll bring out the knife. Over here, I want to indicate some shallows, so we're going to push on this knife really hard, bear it down in, bring that around. There we go. All right, make sure when you're pushing in your water lines, you keep them horizontal, because if you don't, your water is going to look weird. It's going to look like it's running off the canvas. Okay, so I got that water line there in the middle. I want to soften it. So we'll just take a brush and blend it out. There we go. Soften these water lines up a little bit. And the more you work on this water, the softer it'll get. You can just brush it. You can just brush it all day. It'll just get softer and softer and softer. All right. Now, just for an added piece of detail, let's put a knot hole in this tree. Maybe a big crack right there in that dark, kind of a dark area. So let's do that. We'll do that with script liner. Let's see, maybe we'll put another one too right here. There's a big dark spot right there. And down here some. Like that. All right. A duck. You could put a duck in there. I'm not going to, but you could. Or a shark. That would be good. All right. So let me think. Let me step back and look at this for a second. Is there something else I want to throw in here? I think I want to put. I think I want to put a little bit more highlight on this fence post. Just to kind of set it off a little bit. Not on the post, but on the fence rail. Not all of it, just some of it. Well, you know what? I just built myself a maul stick, and now I'm not using it. I have to try that next time. All right, here we go. Now, if you need your fence posts to be perfectly straight, I would suggest tape them off. Tape them, and then paint them, and then take the tape back up. All right, let's see. What else can we do here? Let's make this. Let's put a few little highlights over in this area too. Why not? So let me set that down, and we'll pick up a. Let's pick up a fan brush. much, just a little bit. It is an old wooden chair for an old wooden guy. Me and this chair, we go way back. All right, guys. I think that about does it. All right. Okay, I think we'll let that be. You guys have any questions? Yeah, me too. I grew up on the farm, so squeaking chairs don't bother me. All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll sign this thing then and call it a day. Let me get some. Yeah, I'll sign it over here. I'll sign it again. Let's sign it over here. All right. Well, that's all I've got. I hope you guys like that. We will be back on Sunday afternoon with another. Next time we're going to be painting another space painting. It's part of the series that we did called Parking is Hell. But this one will have a vintage spaceship in it. And then after that, we're going to paint another one of the wizard paintings that we had done. So I thought today we'd do a little bit of landscape. So hope all you guys are having a great day. And send me all the questions that you want. I'll be glad to answer them. Thanks, guys.